We are here in Varanasi. This is Dr. Tracy Covington. I'm here with Dr. Kurt Bickford. This is Living Consciousness live from India, and we are in Varanasi, as I already said. I can't believe it. I have to say it twice. We're just a few moments away from the Ganges River. We're speechless, but we want to share with you our events of the day because we feel as we do this that we get to share consciousness with you all. So we came in on the train from Tula, a little town outside of Agra. Yesterday was the Taj Mahal, as you might remember if you were listening to our little series here from Live from India. What a train ride. We shared a room, 4 bunk beds, 2 strangers, one gentleman we never really met, but lovely lady from India who actually now resides in Chicago. And it is always amazing to us how often we run into people here in India who just live so internationally. Their world is just so much more connected, I think, than so many of us that live, or at least where we come from in California. So we're so blessed to walk amongst such amazing people that just are so passionate about how they live each day. So I invite Dr. Kurt Bickford. Hi, hun.
Hi. Namaste.
Quite a day. Namaste. Oh, what beautiful people we've been around. We're just kind of feeling their energy off the day. Yes?
Yes. India is all about the people. And it's just an amazing, amazing place. And the flow of energy, the interconnectedness is just a thing of beauty. And we're just so privileged to be here. It's amazing. Here in Varanasi, this is the oldest city in the world. And archaeological records easily date this city to 5,000 years old, and Sanskrit shows the city to perhaps be as old as 8,000 years. So we are in the oldest city in the world.
Second oldest is Jerusalem, which is 3,000. So.
Right.
So we had 2 wows today. We can't go through everything that we've experienced from stepping off the train this morning. And again, if you're on our Living Consciousness website, I think I've posted a few pictures of the porters that put our 45, 50-pound bags, 2 of them at a time on top of their heads. And this is their profession. This is what they do. Anyways, starting with stepping off onto the ground of Varanasi today, just some wows. We have 2 we want to share with you. The first is of the Buddha.
First is of the Buddha.
Yeah,
and
it's a first.
we were able to visit the temple and site where the Buddha taught his first lessons of the 4 Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path, and just remarkable energy. And
it's defined by what's called a stupa.
A stupa, right? And a stupa honors sacred places, and in this case, it was honoring the first teachings of the Buddha.
And there's something very interesting about this one in that it's 5th century wrapped around 3rd century, right? Did I get that right?
The original stupa was built in the 3rd century to honor the Buddha. And after that, in the 5th century, it was wrapped again in sandstone with wonderful carvings into the sandstone that makes up the structure itself. And it was just stunning to be in the same land, to be in the same area, to be in the same spot where the Buddha himself walked and
did his first teaching.
Absolutely.
To 5 disciples.
5 disciples.
And these disciples, we heard a fun story today unfolded in a temple that we were in this morning, that these 5 disciples were kind of interesting fellows.
Well, the 5 disciples were followers of the Buddha himself initially, and then at some point they became frustrated with him and his process towards enlightenment. And
he decided to eat a good meal, and they got mad.
Yes, if there was something wrong with that, and the Buddha understood that to be necessary and part of the enlightened process, and that's the middle path nothing in the extreme. It's all about the middle path, all things in moderation. And of course, you have to nourish the body if you're going to nourish the mind and the spirit. And
amazing. All things in moderation. Once again, this guide is telling the most beautiful story. He's unfolding this artwork that's in this temple, and he's as an actor. He's just in the part, and he's unfolding this beautiful story, and it comes right down to all things in moderation. And just Kurt and I look at each other and just kind of smile. It was a precious moment.
It's just the idea that here in India, I mean, we're just so blessed by our guide, who actually holds a PhD in sociology. Yeah. He's not just someone who's walking us around. He is a very knowledgeable man and Hindu, and he's teaching us a great deal about Buddhism and Hinduism. And so the second big event of the day, of course, was...
we just came off of it, and we're just like so high.
the ceremonies on the Ganges this evening, which takes place every evening, in which 7 Hindu priests go through some rites and rituals.
Right in front of the river. I want you to have this picture. I'll paint this picture for you. So they stand on these platforms with beautiful candles, and the center one has beautiful flowers on their little area, this little block area, and there's 5,000 to 7,000 people
at least. Yes.
And what was amazing is our guide brought us through. We have a driver, and so the driver brings us, I forget how long we had to walk, 5 blocks, something like that.
About 500 meters.
Yeah. Meters, 5 blocks. What was so incredible is we're walking by buffalo and cows and dogs and people of great magnitude, and as long as you're flexible and as long as you just kind of breathe it in, there's this cooperative energy, and it just flows. I mean, there's no accidents, there's nobody angry, there's nobody yelling, anger, right? It's just this beautiful flow, right. And we flow right down into the steps, and I look up, because he did say watch where you walk. I look up, and there it is, and we stand in front of this ceremonial process that happens on every single night.
It was absolutely beautiful, moving, spiritual, energetic, just a phenomenal experience, and one that obviously will stay with us for probably the rest of our lives. So those are 2 great, incredible firsts for us, and just the experience of spirituality or connectedness to the universe, connectedness to people, and I guess India really is summed up by talking about the connectedness between all people. There is just a knowingness that we are all one, and that oneness is shared throughout, regardless of what path of faith that people follow. And as we may have mentioned, in India, over 80% of the population are Hindu, and our teacher was sharing with us that the wonderful aspect of Hinduism is that there's every variation of honoring and devoting to Hinduism, and every variation is accepted. There is no judgment or condemnation about you didn't do it right, you didn't perform the right ritual or in the same with enough energy or repeated enough. It was just a phenomenal experience that whatever expression you have towards devotion and your place in the universe is acceptable.
And there it is again, that word devotion. So we experience flow today, flexibility, cooperation, but it's all embraced in devotion, just everywhere. And again, our meals today, our service today, our guide, our driver, we bow to each other in that beautiful Indian way, and it's all in this devotion of just honoring the spirit in each other, just having gratitude for that. When we come to the gate of the hotel, they have a security gate, and they open the gate, and the security guard instead of kind of coming and looking in your window and kind of glaring at you, do you got bombs in there?
Right.
They roll our windows down, and he brings in a bowl of candy.
Right.
This is every time we come in. He's like, "Here, we want you to have some candy."
Yes.
It's like trick or treat at the gate of our hotel, and he offers it to not just you and I, but to our guide, and as well as the driver who only
Right.
speaks Hindi. That he just kind of does this generosity, and then everybody bows. Just does the little hand sign. So it's just this constant, wonderful reminder of the devotion
Right.
to each other. It's just, I don't know if we're going to sleep tonight.
It's a thing of beauty.
It is. The images are just going. So we wanted to share this with you. We're sorry this is a little longer, but there are two firsts that we really wanted to expand thought on. Any closing remarks, Dr. Bickford? Just to put you on the spot.
Just put me on the spot. It's just that when we, the more we understand the teachings of the Buddha and the role that Hinduism plays, we recognize that there is this universal consciousness which keeps each and every one of us connected and interconnected, and in that we say Namaste.
Namaste. And even though we're across the world from many of our usual connected group, we've had new people join us from actually India and in this country, and we're just joyous
We've
to
made
have
wonderful friends here.
Just joyous to have all those connections.
Yes.
So even though we're far away from many of you, we are still very connected. Feel you in our hearts, and we hold you in our minds, and we hope you have a wonderfully blessed day.
Love to you all.